What a great spot Durba Spring is. We've arrived here late in the afternoon. We're going to spend the next 2 nights here, and there's no one else around, so we've got the place to ourselves, which is fantastic. Lots of space, lots of green grass, shady gum trees. There's a little bit of water, which is good enough to wash up in, have a shower in, so we'll be doing that. There is a toilet that's been put in by the track care people, which is fantastic as well. So we'll attend to the vehicles, make sure they're okay. We're going to have a bit of a quiet time, do some cooking. Trudy's going to make a cake and a damper. We'll have a roast on the campfire, and generally just relax for a couple of days. We knew firewood would be scarce at Durba Spring. In fact, I'm not even sure if you're allowed to collect it here, but certainly not much around. So we brought our firewood in from out on the track, enough for a couple of nights and some cooking of the food. A little bit of water here near the rock face. It's certainly good enough to wash up with, boil some water with, and have a shower with, if you're careful in not disturbing it and collecting from the top and not raising any sediment, etc. Just walking up the gorge at Durba Springs. Come across this little waterhole. Bird life everywhere. So we believe there would have been water in some of these natural hollows ahead there. There's another big one below me that would accumulate some water. It's a bit of a hard scramble up over this shit though. That cake went down a treat. After a great break in Durba Spring, we left camp about 8 in the morning and headed off through some sand dune country, heading towards the Dibel Hills turn-off. This is the trek into Dibel Hills, 20 k's off the Canning. No one's been in this season, no tracks ahead, lots of spinifex in the centre of the track. So long in places just blows up over the windscreen, heads of the spinifex. So here we are trying to get into Dibel Hills and Spring. We've followed the HEMA map, we're off track for VMS, going up this bloody very soft sandy waterway, lowered pressures. Wombat Stunner Ewing got stuck, lowered more. So hopefully we will be right to get back out and see if we can find a deviation that is according to the VMS track. Now we've got lower tyre pressures, we can cruise out of this stuff okay. And we found another track which may be the... Alright. We got to the end of the track and it was really hot. So we put the drone up to have a look for the water hole, but couldn't find any water, so we headed out again. There we go. Well, hey Dean.
Want a nice slow speed?
Yep, just normal speed, or slow to normal, yep. Some poor buggers been burned out here. I believe it might be a Pajero. We'll see. Wombat's off. We'll have to chase him. Savory Creek crossing. Salty. Could be boggy. Could be very damp. We will see. This crossing is pretty soft and really salty, brackish water. Not really good for your car. These are a couple of inquisitive little dingoes. So, we've just pulled up past Savory Creek. Big salt lake behind us. Little campsite with the desert oaks. Trude's setting up. It's been a hot day, so we've driven till 5:15. Just because it's too hot to stop earlier. Lake Dissapointment is certainly the largest salt lake that the Canning stock route passes at around 330 square kilometres. It is quite a bit smaller than the largest one in WA, being Lake Mackay, more than 10 times that size at almost 3,500 square kilometres. And we passed by Lake Mackay on our 2019 Canning trip. Lunch stop, which is Well 21 Ruins.
Not much here, except the ruins of well 21. It's a big hole. I'll show you down. There's the ruins in there.
We thought we'd send the drone up to get some video of this herd of camels we came across heading towards well 22.
Sunset at, what are we at? Well, 20. Goergia Bore. We're at Goergia Bore. Trudy is doing some washing. We're about to set the swag.
I just hung it up there over the thing.
Swag's out behind the cars. And there's our shower in the bush.
Due to flooding, the track was impassable around well 24 to 26, so we head into Desert Queen Baths.
They've come to this little track with Taka, I think it is. Pool, beautiful pool. You can have a swim here, no problem. Camping's a bit limited though. It's either up in the grassy bit on the rocks or bring your swag down on the banks on the sand. Just a little away from the cars. Past another pool which was really good too. So both of these opportunities for a camp night. But since it's only midday, we might go on to Desert Queen Baths. Here we are, Desert Queen Baths, with the queens of the desert. One behind me, one in front. I'm going for a swim, that is for sure. Just looks beautiful.
In the next episode, we come into Goergia Bore from the east via the Garry Highway and Talawannah track and continue our journey northward up the Canning.